Alright, welcome back. Today we're talking about black Australorps. Now, historically, black Australorps originated from England, and in around the late 1800s, they created the English Orpington, but they used the Minorcas, uh, Langshan's, and Leghorns to create the historical Orpington. Well, in Australia, they imported the historical Orpington and continued on in the original goal of the Orpingtons, which was egg production. And so in the early 1900s in Australia, they had a lot of really high quality egg production contests in a span of 6 months and sometimes a year. And so quite a few birds were producing, in that 350, 340, and then one hen produced 364 eggs in one year. And so they're a non-setter, and now let's pull it back a little bit. The historical English Orpington around this time original goal was to be an egg production chicken for brown eggs, but in England they veered away from that and took the Orpington and tried to went towards meat production. And so that's why the English Orpington of today is a very heavy meat bird. Still lays a decent amount of eggs, but the Australians took the Orpington and continued on its original course, and as a large, heavy egg producer. So when they were marketing these birds, America wanted some of these birds, and so they started selling them as the Australian Orpington. They called them Australs, a few other names, but none of them seemed to really stick. And so that's why they finally marketed them as Australorps, and so just kind of turned into the Australorp. And anyways, they're very good large egg layer, and he's a pretty nice bird here. Nice black. They only come in black, by the way. There might be some project birds in other colors, but the standard of perfection only has for a black Australorp. They have this really nice beetling color to a sheen to their feathers, kind of a green and purple shine to the black feathers. Anyways, and he's got a pretty beat up comb at the moment, but that'll heal up pretty soon. Anyways, a really great bird. The roosters get up to around 9-10 pounds. The only downside I see to these birds is they're a bit later for egg production. You're talking about 8 to 10 months, somewhere around in there, instead of like 6 months. So, but once they do kick in, they're gonna just produce and produce. So I know, buddy. I'll put him back, and then I'll bring out a hen for you to see. Australorp hen. Like I said, not a very dark brown, just like just a brown egg. Produce tons of it. Non-setter, so you don't have to worry about them going broody and hatching out babies. They're just going to produce. The roosters are very calm and gentle. And all in all, just a pretty good breed to have. So if you're looking for an egg producer, either for sale or for your family, definitely consider. Now another thing is, for the Australorps, is since they do get a good size, if you want eggs for the family, yeah, of course you might want to look at like a Leghorn, just because they're produce a ton of eggs. But when they get old, there's not much meat for the table if you're going to butcher them. Whereas something like the Australorps here, they're going to produce a ton of eggs for you, but then once their production life is kind of over the hill, you can have a nice table bird at the end. So anyways, check them out, and might be something that you're looking for.